Dear students, welcome to the video lecture of optional English class. In this video lecture, I shall explain the second chapter of the novel The Rainbow, written by D.H. Lawrence. The chapter title is They Live at the Marsh. In this chapter, the reader introduced about the past life of Lydia Lenski, the Polish widow whom Tom marries. She was the daughter of a Polish landowner and her mother was a German. She married a brilliant young Polish doctor named Paul Lenski. He was a stern patriot working for the freedom of Poland from the slavery of the Russians. Lydia also became a patriot under the influence of her husband. They represented in Poland the rising spirit of nationalism. Lydia learnt nursing as a mark of her emancipation. Both husband and wife were involved in Polish rebellion against the Russian rule. When trouble arose in Poland, they crossed into South Russia. Paul Lenski worked very hard in that area and faces economic crisis. When the situation was out of control, they fled to London, where Paul Lenski got a job in a hospital but was too excitable to remain there long. They lived in abject poverty. In the meanwhile, they had a daughter named Anna. Because of illness, Paul Lenski died and Lydia Lenski remained in England, as it was so aloof and so foreign to her. Then Lydia Lenski went to Yorkshire to nurse an old rector in his rectory by the sea. After the death of the rector, Lydia came to the vicarage at Casote. Her bewilderment and helplessness continued and she moved about as if in a trance. She becomes alone when Paul Lenski dead. At this point, she come across with Tom Brangwen. The advent of Tom in her life brings about a remarkable change in the life of Lydia Lenski. She recognizes that he is the man for her in the very first meeting after she visits the Marsh kitchen. The voice of her body rises strong and she realizes that she wants him as the man who has come to save her and awaken her from the world of oblivion. As she gets to know him better, her instinct is fixed on him. One of her impulses warns her against him, for their roots were different. But her blind instinct leads her to take him, to have him, and then to relinquish herself to him. She gave herself to him for the safety. After her first husband's death, she is compared to the image of a flower crushed by a stone lying over it. Now she feels herself opening out to him like a flower, although she at times lapses again to stupor and indifference. The marriage of Tom and Lydia symbolizes a limited but perceptible movement towards Lawrence's concept of the true male-female polarity. They love each other, but they respect the otherness of each other. In the beginning of their marriage, they conflicts of two different attitudes. Lawrence, through his portrayal of their marriage, confirms his own principle of the inevitability and necessity of conflict between man and wife. Tom's self-statements are primarily concerned with his perception of himself as he experiences himself with Lydia. By marrying Lydia, Tom tries to dominate over Lydia, but Lydia retains her individuality, and Lydia's strongest statements occurs as she presents herself as a wife. Lydia's married life is characterized by impulse of love-hate rhythm. After marriage, she has the impulse that she has been reborn into a state of everlasting bliss. On the first night after marriage, when Tom takes her up in his arms, she is soothed by the stress of his embrace and stands still, relaxed against him, mingling into him. They are together in an elemental embrace behind their foreignness. But this feeling of being in oneness together does not last forever. It is exchanged with the feeling that they are foreign and unknown to each other. She feels Tom's unlimited passion and love for her and is relaxed and happy, but she is also conscious of a solid power of antagonism underneath, and this irritates her. They live in life of relax and tension. Any time of quarrel is followed by happy moments. Tom often gets furious with her, and she too takes it seriously and turns on him like a tiger, and they have a fierce quarrel. But it is certain that they would be received back again and would not go apart from each other. Each quarrel ends in a sweet reconciliation. When Lydia Lenski came to Marshbaum, she comes with Anna Lenski, her daughter. In this chapter, we also come across about the relationship between Tom and Anna. When Lydia became pregnant, Tom turned to Anna for solace. Though Anna doesn't like Tom, but if someone asks about Anna's presence in the marsh farm, she resentfully says that, I quote from the text, "My name is Anna Lenski, and I live here because Mr. Brangwain is my father now. He is, yes, he is, and I live here." Lydia becomes depressed during her pregnancy, filled with memories of her first husband's death and the loss of her first two children to diphtheria. Lydia and Tom forge a stronger bond after the birth of their first son. To summarize this chapter, the second chapter deals with character of Lydia Lenski, who is a widow and came to Marsh with her daughter and worked as housekeeper for the local vicar. This chapter also unfolds the childhood days and marriage life of Lydia, her attraction towards Tom and their relationship that ends with the marriage. Of all the major characters, these are the only two, that is Lydia Lenski and Tom Brangwain, that seems to have a sense of satisfaction as a couple. Lydia is asking for a relationship which is more than the sexual one, which she apparently had with Paul Lenski, and she wants one as a total being. With Tom, she will demand all and get it. Lawrence has simply placed Lydia in a traditional setting, but her wife's statements would contradict that thought. In the first chapter, the events were mainly seen through the eyes of Tom Brangwain. In the second chapter, it shifts the perspective in order to look at Lydia's earlier life until her marriage to Tom. After this, the consciousness of Tom takes over again, and Lydia's inner feelings are described. The dominance of Anna in this chapter prepares us for the story to follow, that of Tom. This is all about the second chapter of the novel. For further reference, you can visit these sites. In the next chapter, we will come to know about the childhood days of Anna Lenski. Thank you.